studio. What do you hear? All right, good morning, everybody. It sounds so good to hear everyone like chatting and talking before class. I feel like it's been a while since there's been that kind of like chit chat beforehand. I love hearing it. So welcome. My name is Kelly. Oh, let me just do this real quick so we can see our virtual people. I have the wrong screen up. We've got Kathy and Weefa and Jill and Jackie tuning in from home. There we go, better. Perfect. So we've got 90 minutes of Journey into Power together today. An announcement before we get started is that starting tomorrow, we have our Access Love contest going on. So what this is, Access as our entry level. Kira, oh my God! She practices over in Harrisburg. I haven't seen you for like, what, 2 years? Oh my God, it's so good to see you. Sorry about that. Okay. It's like that sometimes. You like look around and actually start seeing the room. So Access is our entry-level teacher training. And if you want to become a yoga teacher, if you want to get deeper into what it is we do and why we do it, Access is your access to doing that. So if you're interested, Access Love Contest is an opportunity to win a $1,000 discount on the Access training. The way to enter is starting tomorrow. You could either go to the website, there's a pop-up, you'll put your name and stuff in there to register for the contest. You can also, you'll see these flyers, there's one back on that door. There's a little barcode that you can scan with your phone, and that will take you to that window as well. So you can enter the contest that way. You only have to enter one time, and then every time that you practice live, so whether you're in studio or if you're practicing like everyone at home is practicing now live stream, every time you practice live, your name gets re-entered again. So the more that you practice, the higher your chance of winning is. On February 28th, 3 names are going to be drawn, and those 3 people will receive the $1,000 discount on the Access training. To take it, we have 2 different iterations this year. It would have to be this year, so it's 2022. There's one coming up in May, and then there's one, I believe, in September. I can check that somewhere else, but there's 2 chances to do it. So, fun little contest. What are we doing today? Everyone should have a block and a strap. A little bit of housekeeping, just because we are going to work with more prompts. Please put your block and strap in the upper right-hand corner of your mat, and put your little assist flip chip card on the left front corner of your mat. So that just makes it easier for me to know what's where as I walk around. Yeah, and if you don't have a card, it's behind that white pillar right in front of the computer. Yeah, and Ashley's back where the straps and the blocks are. If we run out of blocks, we can brainstorm. So Jody, it's right, look right at that pole that you're just at. There, so there's like a little spot for them. So as everyone's kind of getting their stuff together, let's go get started. You'll get a little extra time in child's pose if you have your stuff. Okay, you'll share. That works. I typically will walk around too and just kind of check and be like, is it okay if I touch your feet? And you can say no, right? Like, piss off. Please don't touch my feet. Maybe don't say it like that. That might hurt my feelings, but just one block is perfect. Anyone else need a block? We look good. So you get 2, Ash. All right, child's pose. Okay, take the first moment just to totally settle in. So you just got a lot of information, up jumping around, grabbing some stuff. And so take a breath or 2, settle. Settle the weight of your head down, settle the weight of your arms and your pelvis down. And then having settled, take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose. Hey, Erin. And out through your mouth. So take a couple more sighs like that. And with each sigh, see if you can settle even more. Like let your shoulders melt off your upper back. Let the weight of your head truly drop down into the earth. Okay, with your next inhale, rise up to all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And with the inhale, stretch your chest forward, look forward. So come into a dog tilt. And on the exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and pull the pit of your belly up towards your spine, cat tilt. Inhale, heart forward, look forward. Exhale, tuck your chin round. You'll go back and forth between those two movements. There'll come a time where we're really going to sync our breaths up, but for right now, be in your own breath. So if you want to linger in one part of this movement a little bit more, do that. If you want to breathe a little slower or a little bit faster, do that. And begin to create that connection between your breath and your movement. And then the next time your heart's forward, you'll pause. So heart forward, chest forward, tuck your toes into the mat, downward facing dog, press your seat up and back. And then kind of the same thing, bend one knee, bend the other knee. So right away, just start walking. Walk and walk and walk and walk. And I usually will do like bump, bump, done, good enough. But like really walk it out. Really, it's like how deep can you get one heel to go? How deep can you get the other heel to go? How high can you get the opposite heel to go? Yeah, here's some good cracks going on. Now, so really kind of knead out the soles of your feet, the back of your legs. And then having raised the temperature on your feet a little bit, now set your feet hip width distance apart. Spread your fingers out. Press all 10 fingertips deep down into the mat. And then press, as your hands go forward, stretch your seat up and back. You might need to bend your knees a little bit in order to really get your seat to stretch up and back to the back of the room. Breathe here and allow all the joints along your spine to open, to lengthen. Take one more breath in. Blow all the air out. Listen close. Bring your big toes together to touch at the back of your mat. Lift your right leg up and back. Bend your lifted knee, heel to your butt, and then open your right hip up. This is three-legged dog. Good. Stretch the top of your head to the space between your hands. So a lot of you, your head is like carved down and under. Lift your head up a little bit and stretch the top of your head to the mat between your hands. Good. Now press your hands down, both arms straight, and stretch both sides of your body all the way back through your lifted knee. Yes. Now breathe right there. Good. Plant both hands down so your hands are grounded. And from the ground through your hands, stretch your top knee up and back more. Take one more breath in, and then exhale, change sides. Right foot down, left leg high. Bend your knee, open your hip. You could keep your right knee on the floor. So if this is a lot on your shoulders or your hands, support yourself by dropping your bottom knee. Good. And now lift. And lifting your head, it's not opening your chin up and looking at your hands. Pull your chin into the center of your throat so the back of your neck is long, and then press the back of your head up until the top of your head points to the space between your hands. Now stretch both sides of your body up and back. So it's the left side and the right side of your body getting long. This is going to take something. The tendency is for your right side to kind of crunch up. That's it, Beth. Now keep both sides long and press through your top knee. Yes. You feel something a little bit different, right? Take one more breath, Beth and everyone, and then bring both feet back to the floor. Good. Take a big breath in. Press your butt way back. Blow all the air out. Slide out to high plank. And then lower all the way down to the floor, all the way down to your belly. Keep your hands at your sides, but draw them back beside your bottom ribs. So they're right underneath your elbows. Untuck your toes, 10 toenails down. Now on the inhale, press your hands back and stretch the center of your chest forward. You're coming into a little bit of a cobra. Exhale, come all the way back down, chin or forehead to the floor. Inhale, press down, drag back, chest forward, and then exhale all the way back down. Do that 3 more times with your own breath, your own pace. Really good. Let's see how we got it at home. Beautiful, Weefa. Good, Kathy. On the next one, you'll up and hold it. Up and hold at the top. Now bring your chin in towards the center of your throat. Pull your hands back until your upper back, the temperature of your upper back goes up. So really feel if your upper back to warm up, the muscles to fire up. Take one more breath in, and then lower it all the way down to the floor. Keep your hands right here. So we're setting up for the up dog. With the next inhale, peel up through the cobra, and then straighten your arms, come all the way up, upward facing dog. So knees could stay down or knees can come up. Keep drawing your shoulders back, chin in towards the center of your throat. Now lift up through your chest, take a big breath in, tuck your toes, downward facing dog, press back. Full breath in, press your seat back, breathe out, and then look at your hands, step up to the top of your mat, ragdoll pose. Let your head drop. Open your eyes, set your eyes to a single point. So our theme this week for 40 days, which trickles down to all the classes at Evolution, is equanimity. And equanimity is the balancing part of our practice where we're standing on one leg or sometimes no legs. But equanimity as a quality is an ability to stay centered and collected amongst a challenging situation. And so I invite you in your practice today over the next maybe like 85 minutes to play into and get curious about this quality of staying collected even as things start to get challenging. Take a breath in, blow all the air out, press down through your feet, and on the inhale, come rolling up to stand. At the top, stretch your arms up, look up, take a big breath in, and exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Set your intention, and we'll begin with 3 ohms. Breath in. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, low push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. This could also be cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, press back. Take a breath in and a breath out. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath in. Exhale completely. Move your feet up to your hands. And inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Stand up, reach up. Take a big breath in. Forward fold, blow it out. Halfway lift up. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last in. Exhale, get ready. Step or float, feet up to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift, back of the neck long. Low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Set your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. Out. Last in. Empty. Step or float feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain. Stretch high. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. So 2 more sun A's. Breathe in and out. Build your breath. Pull it in and push it out. Last in. Empty completely. Feet to your hands. Half lifts. Fold. Extended mountain. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. So already things might be starting to get challenging as the temperature of our body goes up. And so what does it take? For me, it's setting my eyes to one point to create that calm even as things are moving fast. Take a full breath in. Blow it out. Look forward. Step or jump. Half lifts. Folds. Extended mountain pose. Stretch all the way up and then maybe back. Forward folds. Halfway lift up. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Open your mouth and sigh. Good. Now 2 more breaths. Mouth can be open or closed. Last breath in. Empty fully. Feet to your hands. Halfway lifts. Folds. Chair pose. 1 breath. Sit back. Reach up. Forward folds. Halfway lifts. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot to your right thumb. Warrior 1, we're going to hold it for a couple breaths. So as you set up this first warrior 1, straighten your front leg. You're going to like that part, right? And in the straight front leg, set your hips up so they're almost square to the front of the room. They're not going to be perfectly square. So your back foot, press that down. Turn your left hip as close to the front as it will go. And then turn your chest the rest of the way forward. So there's a little bit of a twist in your warrior 1. From there, bend your elbows down so you've got cactus arms. Now with the inhale, bend your front knee, draw your arms back, and press your thoracic spine forward. Exhale, straighten your front leg, bring your forearms together. So we're going to flow. Inhale, bend, press your chest forward. Exhale, straighten and come together. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now here's the last one. Inhale, lunge, come forward, stay. Now stretch your arms up. Take 3 breaths. Lunge deep. Hug your front ribs into center and press your thoracic spine into the back of your heart. That's it, Paige. Take 1 more breath in. Reach high. Hands to the floor, low push up. Flow through. Upward facing dog. Press your thoracic spine in. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Warrior 1 feet. You'll straighten your front leg. And then bring your right hip towards the front of the room. So what you'll watch for is if like your right hip hurts or if your low back hurts. That's too square. So go to the point where you're squaring just before you feel like your joints get tight or something like that. Then stay right there. Cactus your arms. Good. Bend your front knee. On the inhale, draw your arms back. Press your thoracic spine forward. And on the exhale, straighten your front leg. Bring your forearms together. Inhale, lunge. Send your heart forward. Exhale, straighten your leg. Come together. 2 more times. It's kind of like a cat dog, but in warrior 1. So open, and then you close. Now last time, lunge in, open your heart up. Now reach your arms up. 3 breaths. Relax your shoulders, just the quality of your shoulders. Relax the muscles there a little bit. Take 1 more breath, reach high, and then hands to the floor, low push up. Upward facing dog, thoracic spine in. Downward facing dog, press back. Really good. Take a breath in. Good time to open your mouth. And 2 more breaths. Good. 1 more breath in. Blow it out. We're going to flow on this one. Step or float, feet to your hands. Lift halfway up and fold. Chair pose, one breath, forward fold. Halfway lift up, low push up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Chest forward, arms high, low push up. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Now left side warrior one. Take a big breath in, low push up. Upward facing dog, open your chest up wide, downward facing dog. 3 breaths, 2 more sunbees. 2 more breaths. Last breath in, blow all the air out, step or float. Half lifts, fold. Chair pose, fold. Halfway lift up, chaturanga. You could drop back into it. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Smooth breath in. Low push up, blow it out. Up dog. Down dog. Left side. As your arms reach up, breathe in. Exhale, low push up, all the air out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath in, really good. Sigh, level the energy. 2 more breaths, 1 more sun B. Last breath in, blow all the air out, step or float. Half lifts, fold. Chair pose, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Make this your deepest lunge yet. Low push up. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Now left side warrior one. Hips down, arms high, low push up. Upward facing dog, expand your chest. Downward facing dog, down dog. Take a big breath in. Again, let that sigh out. Bring your big toes together to touch. Lift your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Pausing your 3-legged, press both hands down. It's like kneel, really ground your right hand. As you ground your right hand and your left hand, stretch both sides of your waist back. So both of your hips go back evenly. Don't flip yet. Right here might be that uncomfortable moment, right? Well, let me get to the next point that I kind of know what to do. Stay here and work your hips back more. So you're creating all the space along your spine before you move. Now take a big breath in, keep all that length. Now flip. Plant both feet. Stretch your arm. Let's take a cactus arm with the right arm. Now press your thoracic spine up into your chest. And that might take a couple breaths. It's the spot right here. Breathe into your chest. You can reach forward with your top arm if you'd like. Now 2 more breaths. Last breath in, Ashley and everyone. And then flip back. High plank. Big toes touch. Side plank. Heels right. Left hand to the sky. Good. Press both heels to the back of the room and your head to the top of the room. So that's going to be different for everybody. Heels to the back of your mat, head towards the top of your mat. Take a full breath in. 2 hands to the floor, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Bring your big toes to touch. Take your left leg high. Bend your knee, 3-legged dog. Set your eyes to a point. So for most of you, you're about to do something that your body hasn't done yet. That's why we practice. Dig both hands deep down into the floor. Do just that one thing. Now as your hands press, lengthen both sides of your body back. That's it. Keep that length. Press through your back heel, your back knee, your lifted knee. Take a full breath in. Now flip. Keep both sides of your body as long as you can. Press both shins to the back. Stretch your chest towards the front. And dig your thoracic spine up and in towards the back of your heart. You'll get that by pressing your bottom hand into the floor. That's it. Now breathe. You soften your chest. so your chest can receive your upper back. Yes. Take one more breath in, and then flip back. High plank, side plank, face the right side of the room. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch your upper back and your chest. And 5. 2 hands to the floor, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Good. Step your right foot to your right thumb, crescent lunge. Grab your block on the way up. So crescent lunge. You can be up with your back knee. You could drop your back knee. Right? So we're going to be playing kind of with the upper body. If your legs are like taking you out, drop your back knee. You can work right here. This is perfect. Okay? So now with your block, you're either going to grip the skinny way. This is going to be the most challenging. Okay? So skinny way, if you can see at home, the medium way, or the wide way. So I would suggest start the wide way. And then if this feels like easy peasy, then you can start making it more narrow. So with the wide grip, take the block either to the top of your head, or if your shoulders allow, to the back of your head. Okay, so you kind of feel what it can do. Now, with the inhale, take your elbows wide. A lot of you have that. Press the block with both palms. So fingers off, you're not grabbing at all. If I came to grab that block, I wouldn't be able to get it. Like you're going to squeeze it like that. Press the block, elbows wide, take a breath in, and on the exhale, wrap your elbows forward, keep pressing the block. Woo! Inhale, open up, keep pressing the block, and then exhale, wrap forward, press the block. Do that 2 more times. Good. 1 more time. Now stay right here. So your elbows wrap in, squeeze that block, stretch your elbows up, and lean your head back onto the block. Stay there for 5 breaths. Good. 4 more. Deep and slow. 3 more. Keep pressing the block with your palms. Wrap your elbows in. Good, Beth. 1 more breath in. Stay for the out. Take the block up, over in front. Tip forward and twist to the right side, crescent twist. Good. As you see the block, turn your chest to point to the block. Good. Continue to press your palms into the block to wrap your shoulders onto your upper back. 2 more breaths. Breath in. Blow all the air out. With the inhale, come up, crescent lunge. Open up, warrior 2. Put the block in your right hand. Take 1 breath to create that deep seat. And then exhale, extended side angle. Block inside your front ankle. You have all the heights available to you. And stretch your top arm overhead. Take 5 breaths. Yeah, so pick the height of the block that allows your front knee to stack over your front heel and your chest to be higher than your hips. Beautiful, Jody, that's it. Now 2 more breaths. Press your back heel down, stretch your top hand forward, breathe in, 2 hands to the floor, low push-up. Upward facing dog, open your chest up, downward facing dog, press it back. Take a full breath in, open your mouth, clear, soften, good. Step your left foot to your left thumb, crescent lunge, grab the block. So if the last one was okay, and okay means like you felt like 50% of your muscles, it was like something like that, go more narrow this time. So you could go the medium, you can go the skinny way, block to the top of your head. If you have the shoulder mobility, block to the back of your head. Now press. It's going to take more with it, more narrow. Press, elbows start wide, take a breath in, and then exhale, wrap forward. Keep squeezing that block. Inhale, open up. Exhale, wrap in. Inhale, open. Exhale, wrap. Here's the last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, wrap. Hold it wrapped. Squeeze the block. Now lift your elbows up. Look up. Let the block support your head and your neck. Breathe. 3 more. So you use your breath to fuel the squeeze of your hands into the block. My shoulders are burning. Take one more breath in. On the exhale, block to your heart, tip forward, twist to the side. Press your palms into the block. Steer your heart up to center up with the block. 2 more breaths. One more in. Blow all the air out. Come right back up, crescent lunge, blocking your left hand, warrior 2. Take one breath, lunge deep. Now tilt, extended side angle. And be willing to play around with the height of the block, yeah. And then once you have your hand on the block, use your left arm to guide your left knee out to the left. So you're even kind of opening that hip up with this arm. Snuggle your your left hip back and underneath. You'll start to get a deep stretch on the inside of your left thigh. And take one more breath, reach long through your top hand, 2 hands to the floor, low push-up, flow. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, blow all the air out, look forward, then step or float feet to your hands. Lift halfway up and fold. Chair pose. Grab the block and stick it skinny way between your thighs. So between your thighs is kind of like above your knees, but below your groin. There's kind of like this divotty part of your thigh. The muscles just kind of carve in. You're going to stick it right in that spot. Perfect. And sit back. Squeeze the block and squeeze your heels in towards the center like there's an invisible block there. Then reach up, take a breath in, hands to heart, tip forward, and twist to the right side. Take 5 breaths. Keep squeezing the blocks. If your legs start to dance, so I can see Kevin's legs dancing, it means breathe more. Deep and slow. 2 more breaths. Really good, everyone. Take 1 more breath in. Blow all the air out. Chair pose, reach up. Now listen close. Fold, grab the block out on the way down. Stick the block underneath your right hand, 12 inches in front of your right baby toe. Half moon. Lift your left leg up and back. Lift your left arm up towards the sky. So it's almost like the complete opposite thing that you just did, right? So you're curled in and twisting down deep. Now you're wide open and stretching from your center all the way out. If you want, you can bend your top knee, catch your top shin with your top hands, and add the bind here. Good. Now breathe. Press your top foot or shin back. Stretch your chest forward. Take 1 more breath in, and then 2 feet to the floor. Step down. Fold, 1 breath. Now spider tip your fingers where they're at, standing split with the opposite leg. So now it's your right leg that goes up. Spider tip fingers is like my favorite way to start this. Good. Now, once you've got that, you can take 1 hand to your left ankle. And you'll plant your left foot all the way down. Yes. You might stay with your hand spider tip. That's perfect. Or your left hand to your left ankle. Try. If you've got that, right hand to your right ankle. If both hands are on your ankle, use your 2 hands to press the center of your standing heel down. So you're giving like a self-assist here. Good. 2 more breaths. Take 1 more breath in. Now 2 feet to the floor. Open your feet up. Catch your big toes with your first 2 fingers. Lift halfway up. Elongate your spine. And then fold. Fingers to toes, forward fold. It's a longer journey to get here. And sometimes the longer journey makes it a little bit sweeter, right? Like, oh. Open your eyes, capture, savor, drop into this moment. Take 1 more breath. And then release your toes, grab your block, skinny way between your thighs, sit back, chair pose, reach up, take a breath, and then prayer twist to the left side. Squeeze the block. Squeeze the block as this ability to tap into what does it mean to stay collected amongst challenge. There's a visceral physical collection that you're doing right now as you squeeze your skin and your muscles and your bones into the block. Feel what it takes to collect yourself this way. Take 2 more breaths. 1 more breath in. Stay for the out. Keep squeezing. Chair pose. Reach up. And then fold. Take the block out on the way down. Block in front of your left foot. 12 inches in front of the baby toe. Lift your right leg up. Half moon. So there's going to be like an echo of that squeeze. You'll feel your inner thighs. You'll feel that sense of even staying collected as you stretch out. So really feel into that collection you already created, and now stretch out into the edges. If you're binding, take the bind. And then 3 more breaths. It almost feels good to stretch out after having collected in so strong right beforehand. Nice, Weefa. Good, Kathy. Take 1 more breath in, and then 2 feet to the floor and fold. Standing split, switch legs. Left leg goes up. Lift your standing toes, the standing toes. And in lifting your toes, press the standing heel and the big toe mount. So that's the role of lifting the toes. Just feel that you have the core of your foot down. Then press your big toe, the toe down, the pad. You might even press the baby toe pad. That helps me. Big toe and baby toe, press them down. You can take one hand to your ankle and play. Take the other hand to your ankle, play. See what it takes to stay balanced and collected. Take 1 more breath in, and then 2 feet to the floor. Beautiful. Open your feet up, step onto your palms. Inhale, lift halfway up, and fold, gorilla pose. Drop your head all the way down. I usually, after like that particular sequence, I'll hit this pose, and there's just a lot more opening in the back of my legs. Like the challenge and the heat that it created melted something away where now there's more new, freer access. Take a breath in, blow all the air out, step off your hands, crow pose at the top of your mat. Really good. Squeeze your feet together in the same way you squeezed your thighs into that block a moment ago. So collect yourself. It's not going to feel easy right now. It's not going to feel easy to collect your feet in, but do it as a practice. Collect your feet in and squeeze them together, even if your feet are not up, even if they are up. Nice. Now 3 more breaths. Stay with it. Keep squeezing. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Last breath in. Feet to the back of your mat, low push-up. Upward facing dog, flow through. Downward facing dog, press back. Take 2 big breaths. Soften what you can soften. 1 more breath in. Blow all the air out, look forward. And then step or float, feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, extended mountain pose. Stay with me. Exhale, forward fold. You're just going to flow. Lift halfway. Low push-up, take it back. Upward facing dog. It's like shaking out the Etch-a-Sketch. Downward facing dog. That's like old school at this point. Take a breath. Right? Blow the air out. Now walk your hands to the back of your mat. Very nice. At the back of your mat, roll up to stand. Take your time. Good. At the back of your mat, reach your arms up. Take a fresh breath in. Now eagle arms, right arm under the left. Good. Set your forearms right in your midline. So you are staring at your forearms. pause, and shift your vision. So what that means is, what most likely is happening is you're trying to look past your forearms, or you're staring at like a freckle on your forearms, which is very intense. See if you can look at your forearms and relax your eyes so much that you're looking past them. Can you relax your eyes so much that you look past your forearms even as you look at them? Then keep that. Take a breath in. On the exhale, step your left foot forward and seesaw into eagle, bounce, airplane pose. Now your arms drop out of your eye line. Keep looking at that point. It was the point you were looking at the whole time. It was just your forearms were in the way for a moment. Take a breath in, get long. Now exhale, eagle. Your arms are going to come back up in the way. Wrap your right leg around. Can you keep that soft gaze? That you're not losing your drishti just because something is in the way right now. 2 more breaths. Take 1 more breath. And then step down. At the middle of your mat, inhale, reach up. First breath in. It's left arm this time. Eagle arms. Take a moment to set your vision. And it's going to take a shift. We don't usually look this way. So set your eyes. You see what you see. And then relax your eyes so much that you could see the sides of the room. You have your whole peripheral vision available to you. And then take a breath in. Step your right foot to the top of the mat, eagle bound airplane pose. Your arms are going to drop out of the way, so you keep looking forward now. And if someone is there, can you take that vision that you see them, but you're even looking beyond them? Take 1 more breath in, and then come up, wrap your left leg up and over. So you can keep your forearms right in front of your eyes and shift your vision. So in this way, you become unmissable. Whatever comes into your face or your eye line is not going to throw you out because you have this ability to shift the way you see and your vision. Take 1 more breath and then step down. Reach up, take a big breath in. On the exhale, catch your hips. Step your right foot to the back of your mat, drop your back knee. You're going to grab your block and your strap. Okay, so with your block, I like to put my block under my knee for padding. If you don't need that, don't worry about the block. You don't have to have it. If you like that, you can do that. I also like it because it lets me tuck my toes a little bit better. If I keep my knee on the floor and tuck my toes, it's a lot on my ankle and my foot, flexibility-wise. If I keep this underneath, it's not quite so much. Having your back foot tucked, it just helps you balance a little bit in the beginning, okay? So once you have yourself set there, press your front foot down into the floor. You don't need this quite yet. Just hold on to it. And you're going to drag your front heel back. So that's going to bring you into the lunge. As your front heel pulls back, press your back knee and your back foot down and hug them towards the front. So this pushing and squeezing in stabilizes you at your center. So I feel like my inner thighs start to warm up. I feel my belly muscles start to warm up. That's kind of a good sign if you're there. Then once you have that, you keep that. Bend your back knee and strap the back foot. Okay, so you might need a lot, you might need a little bit. But you keep pressing your front foot, pressing your back knee, and squeezing the two things together. Yeah. So here's where you kind of get to play with. We're going towards overhead dancer. It's a little more stable this way. Cool. And you can just do like just dancer too. It doesn't have to be with the strap. Now, if you have the strap, have it tight enough that your arms can be straight as they go back. Okay. So this is for some of you that have been doing this for a while. You're like challenging yourself, but it's a comfortable challenge, right? So here's where you're stepping now outside of the normal amount that you challenge yourself. So grab it tighter. Reach back, grab it tighter. If you're already overhead, bring it back down. Reach back and grab the strap tighter. So we're just right here. Oh, and here's where you need the breath and like, is she still talking? Am I still here? Make it tight back here, back here, back here, still back here. Arms are straight, you're kicking it, arms are back here. Are we there? I know you can. Yes, okay. Now you're gonna go for the W, but go for it. Can you get it? So like, no, then do a little bit of strap. What is the least amount of strap you can do to get the W? Okay, so thoracic spine is in, chest is up. Oh, it's tight. Take a couple breaths. Here comes the challenge, right? Breathe. Can you melt your shoulders back, melt your chest open? Now the last step, elbows go up, thoracic spine forward, elbows up. Give that 3 breaths. Here comes the challenge. Can you set your eyes? Shift your vision. Take one more breath in, and then reverse. Go through the W, arms go straight back, drop your foot, hands to the floor, straighten your front leg. Oh, that's good, right? Bend your front knee a little bit, come back to the lunge, and then straighten your front leg. Do that 2 more times. One more time. Good. Now step back, down dog, and you're going to step the other foot up. So right foot forward, left foot back, block under your back knee. This is the beauty of a 90-minute class, is you get a little bit more space. Like, is this beauty? I'm not sure. Drop your back knee, tuck your back toes. Whatever padding you need on your knee, give yourself padding. Make this a place that's comfy enough that you can stay. Challenging enough that you're going to grow, but comfy enough that you can stay in it. Now pause. Press your front foot down. We're already off with the strap. Pause. Press your front foot down. Put all the steps in. Press your back knee and your back foot down. Now squeeze your back knee forward and your front heel back. So it's like you're trying to ripple the center of the mat between your 2 feet. And then just stay right there and breathe a little bit. All right, so for my flexible yogis, this is going to be the hardest part, is maintaining the stability as you go into the lunge. Now, grab your strap, hook your back foot with the strap. Once you have the hook, go tight enough that your arms can be straight. So you're still hugging your feet together. Your arms get drawn back. Your thoracic spine is pressing forward towards your chest. Now breathe right there. Stay right in that spot of challenge. And what can you relax? What can you open? What's the opportunity there? Now go for the W. Try it from where you're at. And if it's not quite able to go, give yourself the least amount of strap possible. Now breathe right there. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Now wrap your elbows up. Thoracic spine forward. Chest forward. Press your elbows up. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath in. And then slowly come out. W, back, hands down. Straighten your front leg. Oh, bend your front knee. Oh. Straighten your front leg. Bend your front knee. Do that 2 more times. Good. Do it 1 more time. Good. Then step back to downward facing dog. Clear your mat of your block and your strap and all that kind of stuff. Take a breath in. Blow it out. Look at the top of your mat. Step up. Grab your strap at the top. And then inhale. Come rolling all the way up to stand. Dancer pose. We're going to put it together. Bend your right knee. Hook your right ankle. Pause. So now that's squeezing together. It's happening left to right here. So as you catch, squeeze your 2 knees towards each other. Squeeze in. Now kick back, let your arms go straight back, pause. Squeeze your two legs together, breathe. If you're wobbling, a sigh, settle into your standing foot. Now the W, make it tight. Now, if we're wobbling, sigh. You'll need your eyes steady here. Breathe. Where's the challenge and what can you do in order to create some space around it? And then last, arms wrap up. Chest forward, elbows up. Now, if you're here and you check and you're at like 50, 60%, your next step is press your wrists up. 5, 4, 3, relax your shoulders. 2, and 1, reverse. Elbows, back, step down, hands to your hips. Big breath in, blow it out. Second set. Bend your knee and catch. Different side, other side. The shock was appropriate. Like, wait a minute. Left side. Bend your left knee. Hook your left ankle. Keep it as tight as you can. And you're working at the level you have. Good. Once you've got that, W your arms. So this ability to stay centered in challenge gives you access to spending time in the center of heat. And it's that heat that transforms. Can you be in the heat and breathe and let it transform your body, your gaze, your approach, and now elbows go up. So now there's new heat. Squeeze your elbows, wrap them in. Stretch your elbows up towards the ceiling. Now, if there's more space, press your wrists up towards the ceiling. 5, 4, and then right at the edge of the pose, breathe and receive it. 3, 2, reverse. Come out as gracefully as you can. Good. Drop the strap. Hands to your hips. Breath in. Stay up standing. Breath out. Tree pose. Right foot to your left thigh. Reach your arms up. This is going to be like the last thing you want to do. And so shift your vision. Take a breath in and step down. Change sides. And see how this pose is so simple. It's very simple compared to what we've done. But it's challenging because what you want to do is just curl back into a ball. Stay up standing, stay wide, stay growing. Take a breath in and step down to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach up, exhale, mountain pose, and exhale, fold. Lift halfway up, low push up, float through. Upward facing dog, roll your shoulders back. Downward facing dog, step your right foot between your hands, triangle pose. 5 breaths. And so use this pose as like the undoing. Everything you want when you curl into a ball, whether it's like ease or stillness or a pause, create it right here where you're at. Okay, breath in, blow all the air out, press down through your feet, stand up, 10 toes face the left long side of your mat, fold, side facing, wide-legged, forward fold. Drop your head, set your eyes. Now here's that moment to fold and make it work. I can see Erin, she's bending one knee and then bending the other, right? So she's taking, this is like sometimes called ninja lunges or skandasana. If you've decided to take your legs up, slowly bring your legs back down. Take a breath in. Everyone blow it out. Catch your waist with your hands And then press through your feet, stand up. Turn to the front, reverse namaste, front facing forward fold. So you can bind your hands. You can catch your hips if you'd rather not bind your hands, and fold down. Okay. As you fold, bend your front knee a couple degrees more than you want to. So bend your knee quite a bit, good. Now with the exhale, press your front big toe down and drag your right sitting bone back. Inhale, bend your knee again. Exhale, press the big toe down, drag your right sitting bone back. Do that 2 more times. Bend, and then elongate. Bend, and then elongate, swing your right hip back, twisting triangle pose. Drop your left hand to the floor or block, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Stretch both hips evenly back for the wall behind you. And now 2 more breaths. Get long and exhale, twist. 1 more time. Inhale, get long, hip to crown. Exhale, twist. Hands to the floor, down dog, step back. Take a breath in and a breath out. And step your left foot between your hands, triangle pose. This whole sequence, the grounding sequence, is like this antidote to equanimity, to all the balancing and all the standing and all the work that you've done. This is the undoing of all of that work. And what yoga has taught me is that, like, my reflex is just drop everything and curl into that ball. But the practice teaches there's a methodology to unwinding and unraveling that is not reactive. Take a breath, blow the air out, stand all the way up, 10 toes face the right long side of your mat, interlace your fingers behind your back, knuckles down, chest up, take a big breath in, and then exhale, heart leads the way, fold. All right, so if you're like me, if you just do your immediate reactive thing, it usually gets me in trouble. And so there's that ability to move where you want and to do it in such a way that the ripple effect is minimized. Curling into a ball can shock your spine, can shock the muscles on the back of your leg. But moving through each one of these poses and grounding in this way, you're releasing the back of your body in a way that's balanced. You're responding to what you need, your body needs, intentionally. Take a breath. With the exhale, feet down if they're up, hands down if they're bound. Catch your waist, stand all the way up, and turn to the front. Reverse namaste, front facing forward fold. If you take the bind, feel how that's undoing what you did with your shoulders up here. Even down here, you're undoing what you did with your shoulders up here. And then as you fold, feel how you're doing the opposite of the dancer pose, that back bend. Okay, and then bend your front knee, get really grounded through your front foot, and on the exhale, press your big toe and wrap your left sitting bone back. That's it, Neil. Do that 3 times and create a little bit of flow. The next time you wrap your left hip back, hold it, drop your hands down, and now add the twist. Twisting is one of the great antidotes to back bends. And so feel that you're pressing your seat back, press the top of your head forward, and wrap your whole spine around the midline. Nice. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath in. Wrap tight on the breath out. Then hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Should be feeling pretty good right about now. All right, take a breath in. Blow it out. On the inhale, slide out, high plank. Bend your elbows, lower all the way down, locust pose. Start in your cobra. Press your hands back. Stretch your chest forward. And then stay there with your shoulders as you reach your arms back behind you. Good. Breathe right there. So now you'll feel this is a bit of an up level in your upper back. It takes a little bit more to hold your shoulders onto your back body. Take one more breath, press your chest forward, and lower it all the way down to the floor. Totally relax for one breath in and out. And then reach back, interlace your fingers behind your back. You can use the strap here if that's a bit of a tight wrap. Stretch your knuckles back, your shoulders back, and then inhale your chest forward. Yeah, stretch your toes up and back if that feels right. And now open your eyes. Take 3 more breaths. We close our eyes to manage our vision, but you know how to shift it now. Soften the back of your eyes and see your full visual field. Take a breath in and lower it all the way down. Totally soften. You can even wag your tail a little side to side if you need that. And then next up is floor bow. Bend your knees, reach back, catch the top of your ankles, hug your knees in towards the center line. And then drop your head down, head to the floor. Good. With your head on the floor, press back through your shins and let only your shoulders go back and stop right there. So your head is on the floor, only your shoulders go back. So head heavy, shins kicking back strong, shoulders drop back. Take 2 or 3 breaths just to let your shoulders go back. You're not cranking them back. Your upper back muscles are doing nothing anymore. It's your shins that kick and your shoulders go. Now kick more and drag your chest up. Breathe right there. Big breaths. It's a totally different thing because now your chest is being asked to let go. For some of us, that's harder than gripping and muscling and holding on. Take 1 more breath in up into your collarbones and then lower it all the way down to the floor. Bend your knees, windshield wipers side to side. And then 1 more time, bend your knees. Catch the top of your ankles. Head to the floor, heavy, heavy head, and then just kick your shins. Let your shoulders go. And I find I have to roll my shoulders back a little bit for them to go. They get stuck if I just kick straight back. Once they're back as far as they'll go, kick more and drag your chest up. So my legs are igniting, but my spine and my chest are at ease, like relaxed. See if you can create that balance between the fire in your legs and the total ease in your spine and your chest. Take 1 more big breath in and lower it all the way down to the floor. Good. Windshield wipe your legs side to side. Plant your hands beside your lowest rib. Inhale to cobra, that little cobra here. So now add together that soft, wide chest and that strong, fiery upper back. Keep those 2 pieces together. With the inhale, drag your hands back, drag your chest through, puff your chest forward, and then if you got it, look up. Take a big breath in, tuck your toes, downward facing dog, press all the way back. Take an inhale, open your mouth, exhale, look to your hands, step or float to a seat. Lie all the way back, bridge pose. Bend your knees, plant your feet, lie back, and then press your hips up towards the sky. Yeah, so you can bind your hands underneath. You can use, again, a strap there if you need that. One of my favorites is reach down, catch the sides of the mat, and then pull on the mat. And it kind of wraps your shoulders underneath of your body. Good. Then breathe. And even as you look down, open your eyes, look down the front of your body. Can you see that it's more your chest moving and breathing and less your belly moving? See if you can really kind of get, it's your chest moving and carving that space across your chest open. Take 1 more breath and then lower it all the way down to the floor. Good. Windshield up your legs side to side 1 time each. And then step back up, bridge or wheel. If it's wheel, hands wide and deep. On the inhale, press up to the top of your head. If it's wheel, and then all the way up. 5, 4, feel for your chest to open as you breathe. 2, and 1. Tuck your chin, come all the way down. Breath in, breath out. Set it up, bridge your wheel. Number 2 of 6, come on up. 5, Kathy's up, Letha's up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck your chin, come down. Take a breath in, blow it out. Number 3, set up and come up. Now, if you're in wheel, work to straighten your arms all the way out. 3, 2, and 1. Tuck your chin, come down. Windshield wipe your legs side to side. Side to side. Breath in, breath out. Paige, come down for 1 second. Jenna, come down for 1 second. We got 3 more. And I'm going to raise the bar a little bit on some of you. So some of you have been wheeling for a while, and you've got this. So here's your next step. If you cannot see me here, get to where you can. You might just like turn your body a little bit. You don't have to sit up. But your next step in your wheel is that as you come down, don't come all the way down. Come down to your head, walk your hands in tighter, and then press up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can even lift your heels, come down to your head, walk in tighter, press up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down to your head, walk in tighter, press up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come all the way down. Okay? You're like sleeping in your wheels. And sleeping means like if you can hold them up for 6 in a row, come down to your head, you're going to build up your shoulder strength that way, okay? So you got 3 left. If you're like, there's no way, try it, all right? Get yourself ready. Get a big breath. Shift your vision from I can't to like, let's see what I can. Set up, and then press up. Bridge your wheel, and bridge can be perfect. 5, 4, 3, breathe. You need that. 2. Now wheel, come down to your head, hands closer to your feet, press back up. 5, good. 4, 3, 2, wheel, come down to your head, hands closer to your feet. Last time, press up. 5, 4, breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Supta Baddha Konasana. Good job. Good. Now be together, open your knees, and feel. Like, why the hell stay collected when it's challenging? It's this. It's this right here. Breathe. And just feel the life that you've unleashed. The possibilities you've unleashed. The world that you just pushed out and made bigger. Because the world feels really small when you can't go into challenging places because you can't stay collected and calm. But you've just put into practice, even in this little bit, an ability to stay collected in a place that was at one point too challenging for you. And now your world is a little bit bigger. Take a big breath in. Clear all that air out. And then hug your knees into your chest. Keep your hands at your sides and your head and your shoulders all the way back. Okay, so your knees are in your chest, your hands are down, your head are down. So you're using your hip flexors and your belly muscles to hug your knees in. Keep that. With the inhale, straighten your legs up without your hands. So your hands are at your sides. Exhale, bend your knees, hug them to your chest without your hands. Good. Inhale, press your legs up without your hands. Exhale, knees towards your chest without your hands. Do that 3 more times. So as you move, try to do it that your tailbone does not curl up. So you keep your whole back flat on the floor as you bring your legs up straight and then your knees deep into your chest. Really good. Now last time, kick way up. Exhale, hug your knees in without your hands. Without your hands, take your knees wide and then reach up with your hands. Now catch your shins. So dead bug, you can stay right here. You can catch your feet. If you go to catch your feet and your tail curls up, go back to your shins. You can also catch and then straighten your legs if you have your feet. If you go to do that and your tail curls up, go back to bent knees. So you kind of work at the space where you can keep your spine stable. And then like 2 or 3 more breaths. You could rock. Wherever you're at, you can rock. Side to side, that feels nice. Get a little blood flow on the left side of your spine and the right side of your spine. Cool. And then back to center. Grab your block. It's the last time. It's the last time you and me block. Set the block skinny between your thighs. And then bring your knees to 90. So it's like you were in chair pose and you fell backwards. So knees to 90. Cool. So the block's between your thighs. It's going to open your knees up a little bit. But now bring your feet together. Yes. Squeeze your feet together. Squeeze your thighs into the block. Bring your palms flat to the top of your knees. Arms straight. So your arms are straight. It's going to push your knees out to hip height. Good. Now take a breath in. Squeeze your feet together. Squeeze your legs into the block hard. And then exhale, press your palms into your thighs and your thighs into your palms. Inhale, squeeze in. Exhale, press out. 3 more times. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, press. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, press. Last time. Inhale, squeeze and hold it. Add the press. Squeeze and press, hold it. 5, squeeze and press. 4, 3, hug your belly down and in. 2, squeeze, press, squeeze, press, squeeze, press. And 1, hug your knees to your chest. Oh, take the block out. You can do a little side to side or a little circle with your knees. Make your back happy. Cool. And now block to the side, legs up to the sky. Take your arms overhead along, you're reaching for the wall behind you. So you've got yes, overhead arms. Beautiful. Take a breath in. With the inhale, lower your right foot to hover. Get as close to the floor as you can. On the exhale, both legs up. Sweep your arms forward and curl up. Inhale, lower your left leg down. Stretch your arms over your head. Exhale, both legs up. Curl up, look up. 8 more times. Inhale, open the right. Exhale, curl. Open the left. Exhale, curl. Right side. Curl up. Left side. Curl up. 4 more. If it feels easy, curl higher. So get more of your shoulder blades up. Good. You got 1 more on each side. Really good. Last one, up and hold it. Hold it. 5, hold it. 4, shoulder a little bit more. 3, little bit more. 2, head back, knees in. That's 1. Breath in. Breath out. You've got 1 more. Last bit of core exercise. Catch the back of your thighs. Rock and roll forward and back. 1, 2, 3. And make your way to downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, downward facing dog. So your core is on and strong. Your shoulders are open and ready. Option here, you've got 3 of them. Option number 1 is plank with your knees down. So you can go there. Option number 2 is plank with your knees up. Option number 3 is an inverted V. This is a prep for handstand. So if you're going for that, arms straight, look between your hands, and push the floor away as strong as you can. You're going to hold it for 1 minute. Ready, set, go. So pick. And you can change throughout. So if one becomes too much, you can dial down. If you're doing one, you're like, I got more, you can dial up. If you're doing the inverted V, hands flat. So it's Cody, right? Yep. Now shift your shoulders over your hands like that. Drive your hands down. Pull your belly up. Beautiful. You've got 30 more seconds. Nice, Kira. Good, Scott. Ashley, straighten your arms. So get your elbows as straight as you can get them. 20 more seconds. 15 more seconds. Pull up right through here. Yep. Now straighten your arms as much as you can. Yep. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, like that. 4, 3, 2, downward facing dog on 1. Half pigeon on the right side. Half pigeon on the right side. Could also be supine half pigeon. In our 40-day meeting, Lisa was talking about this quality of a dial, of like your effort, your awareness, your presence existing on a dial, not on a flick switch. Right? So not all the way on, not all the way off. So in this part of the practice, you have this access to dialing things down a little bit. Right? So you can dial down some of the effort, and you can dial down some of the work, and you can dial down some of the heat, but you're not flicking everything off. In my practice, the piece I ensure that I don't flick off is that quality of drishti, that my eyes are open and I can play with how soft my gaze is. It can be really sharp and intense, or it can be really soft and wide. So you might make your gaze even softer and wider. And your breath, it can be really regular and steady, but it can also be this slow, lingering breath. And you might lean more into that now, that slower, deeper, longer exhaled breath. And then switch sides. And so as you play with your drishti and you play with your breath, and even as you play with the pose, how strong you're gripping certain muscles, how much you're relaxing and surrendering other ones, play with this sense of curiosity, that what is the right amount to dial up or down for me right now to create the result that I came here to achieve. And take one more breath. And press back to downward facing dog. Downward dog. From your downward facing dog, come out to high plank. Drop to your knees. You're setting up for a half frog. So with half frog, you'll lie all the way down onto your stomach. And then once you're on your stomach, stack your hands and rest your forehead on your hands. Cool. Bend your right knee up alongside your right side. And then take a peek at your right knee. So look for your right kneecap to point straight to the side of the room. So here. Your right shin to point straight back, parallel to the side of your mat. And for your right foot to remain flexed as though you were standing on the floor with it. Your left foot, the straight leg, those toes can be untucked or tucked. That's up to you. Now, one last thing to check. Go with your felt sense to your right hip flexor. And if your right hip flexor is tight, like a knot, take your right thigh further back until your right hip crease, the hip flexor, can let go at least a little bit. And again, it might not dial all the way down to off. But can you dial it down a little bit more to where you can stay here? And then stay and breathe. Your head can stay on your hands. Or if you prefer, you can turn your head to the left. And this is nice because you'll add a little bit of release on the sides of your neck. And with very little to hold up in this pose, the challenge then is, can you let everything sink and settle and surrender down into gravity and the pull of Earth? And take one more breath. And stretch your right leg back to the back of your mat. Stretch both arms overhead towards the front of the room. So you'll get long from your toes to your fingertips. And then set up the other side. If you're turning your head, this time you'll turn your head to the right side. And catch you let the weight of your head settle down. And the weight of your shoulders and arms settle down. Can you let your pelvis, especially the left side of your pelvis, settle down towards the floor? Your belly and your legs and your feet. And then take one more breath. Clear it out. And then slowly straighten your left leg back. Stretch your arms overhead. Take a full body stretch. Take a big breath in, fill up, fill up, fill up, and then open your mouth and let it go. And then almost like a pancake, flip over onto your back. So your head is going to stay at this side of your mat, the front edge. Your feet will stay towards the back of your mat. Once you're on your back, hug your right knee up to your right shoulder. Stretch your left leg down the mat. You can even put your left hand on your left thigh and use your hand to iron your left thigh down towards that new front edge of your mat. And take a breath in, blow it out. Now stretch your right leg up towards the ceiling. Reach up and catch what you can without lifting your head or your shoulders. So 2 hands catch symmetrically. So 2 hands catch your right foot, 2 hands catch your right shin, 2 hands catch your right thigh. Whichever you catch is perfect. Press your right heel up into the ceiling. Hug your right thigh bone down towards the back of your pelvis. Then take a deep breath in. Now on the exhale, curl up. Nose to your knee, knee to your nose. Keep your leg as straight as you can. 5, 4, 3. Kick your right heel up to the sky. 2, and 1. Lie all the way back. Hug your right knee in. And then change sides. And left knee to your left shoulder, right leg long. So you might even get to feel here, again, the front of your right hip opening up. From the pit of your right belly, down the front of your pelvis, across the top of your right thigh. You're opening the front line on the right side of your body. Oh, you already have one. Good. And then lift your left leg up to the sky. Catch symmetrically. Press your left heel up. Hug your left thigh bone down. Take a breath in, and then curl up nose to your knees. 5, 4, kick up strong to the top heel. 3, 2, and 1. Lie back, hug your knee in. Good. Hug your other knee in. Stretch both legs up to the ceiling. Waterfall, shoulder stand. If you're taking headstand, take it from this new back of your mat. So it would be the part of your mat that's facing the windows in the room. Yeah, and if you're doing handstands like Kira, go a little high. Actually, you're good where you're at. You're good where you're at. Right, pause. Do a big kick. I gotcha. Now squeeze together. Press up. Keep pressing up into my fingers. Yep. You can come down anytime you're ready, one leg at a time. Good job. If you're in shoulder stand, come back to plow. Headstand, bend your knees towards your chest and hover. And then if you're hovering, come down to child's pose. From plow pose, deaf yogi. And then together, slowly, one bone at a time, savor this. Roll down onto your back. The challenge will be that gravity is going to pull you to the floor. Can you resist just enough to get that extra stretch along the backside of your body? And at the bottom, hug your knees to your chest. Drop your knees to the right, to your arms look off to the left. Now keep your body the way it is and turn your head look off to the right. So just your head changes. See if you can take a breath in and out and let your left shoulder deeply rest down in towards the floor. And then center your head, bring your legs back to center, and change sides. Knees go left, eyes go right. So usually when I do it this way, what I feel is a pretty big stretch along the left side of my neck. And then different parts of my back depending on what the twist looks like on that day. Now just turn your head to the other direction. What I usually will feel is this fanning stretch from my right ear down across the right side of my chest into my right shoulder. Take a breath in and out. See if you can relax your shoulder, not forcing, but can you let gravity take your shoulder just a little bit more? Nice. And then come back to center. Hug your knees into your nose into your knees. Give your whole self one last big squeeze, and then release your legs, Shavasana. There's a cool eye towel if you're in studio in the upper corner of your mat, the new upper corner of your mat. It's interesting as you close your eyes that your vision has changed. The orientation of the room is now different. But as you close, it's the same. Really good. Now take a really big breath and fill all the way up. Fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up, and let it go. And slowly hug your knees into your chest. Roll to a side. Keep your eyes closed if you can, and press yourself up to a seat and reorient towards the window side of the room. See if even just the light that filters through your eyelids can tell you where to turn. And as you create your seat, bring your hands to heart center. Sit up to your full height, and then loop your shoulders up and back onto your upper back. And then into that all that space that you've created, take a big breath in and clear it out. And then pause to acknowledge yourself for showing up, for doing something that's so good for you, and then ultimately so good for those around you. And perhaps a prayer or a wish that this quality of vision and the ability to shift vision when challenged stays with us for the rest of today and for the rest of the week ahead. And we'll close with 3 final ohms. Take a breath in. Lift your thumbs to the center of your forehead. Take a breath in. Blow it out through your mouth. And together we say, Namaste. Namaste. Great job this morning. Good work, everyone. Awesome job. Make sure that you hydrate today. I know the Super Bowl's happening. I have a sense of what some of you might be up to. Make sure you get the water first. Some of you are like, nothing's happening with the Super Bowl. But make sure you're hydrating first. I know I've got a lot of salty food and alcohol waiting for me by the end of today. So hydrate. If you have any questions about Access Love, ask them. And if you're like wishing that you had a longer Shavasana, stick around. Restorative is next at noon. So you can pop out, grab like a little snack, come on back. It's all laying on pillows and lovely, lovely, restful yoga. So you can stick for that. Awesome job. This is still on.